uh, to be honest, I'm really not good at waiting. I mean, I can be patient with people and patient with things, but to be honest, if I know that I need to get something done or I'm gonna be going somewhere, like I don't want to wait for it to happen. I want to go and make it happen. I love that active and that proactive approach to life to just make things happen. Like, don't wait, let's go now. And oftentimes I found that I can be hasty in trying to make things happen in my own strength. But what about those things and seasons in our lives where we can't handle what it is that we're facing? Things are over our heads. We're in further than we can go. We're deeper in it than we thought we could. The problem is too complex for us to solve. Where the suffering is greater than what we really feel like we want to have, or that maybe what we bargained for. And we bit off more than maybe what we could chew. I think that in those moments, I get really impatient and I try and make it happen on my own. Like I know to trust God, but I want to trust God to trust me to do it on my own, right? Like I want to trust God to have trust in me to do what I need to do. And I definitely believe that there's a partnership that we're just not going to sit back and pray and wait for God to do all the work and we don't have a role to play. No, I think that we have to be active participants in the call of God and the purposes and in the things that He's given us to handle, to steward, to manage even in our lives. But I think at the end of the day, I often get impatient with God when difficult seasons come, and I try and get out earlier than I need to. Or I try and run when I need to stick it out. Or I try and solve the problem in my own intellect rather than waiting for God to answer me. Because God's going to answer in His time. God's going to move on His timetable. He works on a different time schedule than I work. And my impatience oftentimes in my life has gotten me to move at a pace faster than God wanted me to walk. In other words, I outpaced God because I wasn't patient. And I ended up causing more grief, more pain, more heartache because I thought I could handle it on my own, or if God wasn't going to answer when I wanted Him to answer, then I'm just going to do it myself. And you make a mess of life that way, and chaos begins to ensue. And so you might find yourself in that moment where you're really wanting to move beyond the season that you're in. You want to get out of this as fast as you can. It's uncomfortable. It's tense. It's not the way you thought it would be. Stick it out. If God has you there, then wait for His timing to unfold. Wait for God to open the doors. You don't go knock down the doors. I think that if God is asking you to move, then you move, but don't move beyond where God has told you to move. Don't outpace God. And oftentimes it's our own impatience that gets us to move at a pace that God doesn't want us at. So take a breath, trust in the Lord with all of your heart, and give it a break and trust God that if it's over your head, then it's supposed to stay out of your hands anyways, and trust Him with it rather than you try and fix it all on your own. That's it for me. Hope this has helped you have a little faith for today. We'll talk with you soon.